Hey all, Hipper here. So this battle here I thought it was interesting because sometimes you just get the worst battleships on your team. Well, actually not sometimes, it's actually more the rule than the exception. And it's something you just learn to live with in the game, but it does get a little bit annoying over time. So if you look at that battleship behind me, he decided at the first whiff of an enemy ship that he would rather show broadside and go somewhere else. And I mean, this flank here is critical. The A flank on this map here is the one flank you don't give up, because this one is fairly easy to take, and once you have it, you have like a real advantage. And opposite, once you lose it, you are in real trouble, because this flank just opens up the whole map. And of course we have the carrier over here as well. So it's going to be interesting. So I don't know, my battleship has decided to leave, so I'm all by myself here, facing a Flounder and some sort of cruiser there. And I'm trying to, hey, he's right there, he's broadside, he's a one-shot. But nope, not interested in that. I would rather go somewhere else. And like, the logic, that there is no logic in this, I don't know what's going on. And we have an Iowa out there on the horizon as well, and he's also far away from everything, and he's turning even further away. And it's like, there's stuff going on the map. Like, I'm fighting over here at the flank for my life, because I am outnumbered, and luckily the carrier is a little bit distracted, but he is still around, and he is just pounding me as well. And obviously I cannot last over here forever. Sooner or later, and that was a really good shot there. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to need some assistance, and I'm keep asking. But of course, like in this game, when you ask for assistance, nobody cares. So and there's a row of torps, which was nice. So I'm just lucky that the cruiser doesn't go in for the kill here. So I just decide, okay, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to hold this cap for as long as I possibly can. You can see even the carrier is telling people, hey, there's someone over here who needs some help. And the Iowa is it's just starting to go around that island out there in, like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 or 4 quadrants. That's like 15 kilometers away from the cap, and is essentially leaving his cruiser in, taking grenades in the trenches. That's it. I'm not in a trench, but I'm in a cap, and I'm definitely taking grenades. Now, luckily, the carrier seems to have, found something more interesting to do. He's probably convinced that I'll be killed, and yeah, I probably will. But at this point here, I'm gonna hold this cap for as long as I can, and see if, by some miracle, my team will actually do something useful. But as you can see on the map, that's entirely unlikely. I don't know what's going on, but no one's in a good position, and we have 2 battleships so far away that they're pretty much useless. So all I need is for this Flounder here to show broadside, like to come at me. So I'm trying to slowly whittle him down. Like, of course, it's fairly slow because I cannot use my rear guns. I'll just get citadel then. So I have to trust my 30mm bow armor here to get me through this. And of course my super heals as well. But this is not fire damage, this is AP damage, and I can't really heal back that much. So I'm already down a few heals. I only have 1 left. And that means I can probably last another 1-2 minutes, and that's about it, unless someone, gets a lucky shot in. And just having a look here, yo, are you aware of what's going on? Now, the carrier knows what's going on. There's not much he can do about it, and like, he has other priorities. This is not the carrier's job to come to my rescue. He can't really do anything. But it is definitely the Iowa's job. So now the Flounder just stops and takes up position there. And I was out laughing a little bit at this moment here, because he's full broadside and someone shooting at him, but has terrible aim. And it's just sad, really, that the game is this messy when it's been out for 4 years. So I used my last heal, and I can probably last 1 or 2 salvos more. And then we'll lose this flank here, and that means we will lose the battle. And again, like, a total miss, an absolute total miss there. Didn't even scratch the paint. So he's getting a little tired now. I think he's getting bored. So the Bagration is moving in, and that's obviously the end for me here. I cannot protect both sides, and to see if I can't get Citadel in and just dodging the carrier drop. So I can just get one more shot, maybe, but I don't get any Citadels. And that's it. My death over here means that this flank here is blown open, and that Iowa there, who was so helpful, he is going to be, like, he's going to be raided now by everyone. And that's the thing that Battleship players don't understand. Like, if you don't like hold your flank, if you don't support your team, if you don't play well, pretty much, then what's going to happen is that your friendly ships are going to die, just like what's happening here, and then you're going to get burnt down while you're complaining about your team. And that's what happens all the time, and that's what happens in all the Facebook groups with all the Battleship players. And I see it out there. I see it all the time. And they only have themselves to thank for the fact that they are left by themselves in open water. This guy's broadside as well. And this is one of those battles where I actually end up with less than 1,000 XP. That's horrible. It does happen. It does happen once in a while. I am no god. But as you will see, no one on the red team has XP below 1,000. Not a single ship. And that's fairly obvious from this game here, because the Reds played really, really well. I mean, that Flounder, he did really well. And I actually got a GG message from him after. We had a little chat back and forth going, oh, that was a good duel. Well, it was. It was kind of fun. I have no problem with that. He played well. But someone who didn't play well was this Iowa here, that I was just watching the battle because I was hoping he would get sunk. And once you like start rooting for the Reds, that's when you know something is seriously wrong. And yep, certainly wasn't this battle here. And this is not out of the ordinary. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you out there.